Well, this month, Hong Kong is our future city. And if you've ever been, well, you'll recognise this. It's the subway map for the MTR. Some 4 million people ride it every single day. And as Hong Kong just keeps on growing, well, those lines are just getting busier and busier. And that's why it's already getting started on a new expanded subway system. Building on that crowded island, as you'd imagine, isn't an easy task. But as Richard found out, there is one pretty explosive solution.
More people are living in urban areas than ever before, and that migration is expected to continue in the decades ahead. Hong Kong has certainly seen its own population boom. In the past 45 years, the number of people living here has more than doubled. Today, 7 million people call Hong Kong home. It's one of the most densely populated places on the planet. So in a place like this, one of the greatest challenges is simply getting all these people from A to B.
Please mind the gap between the trains.
This is the city's main artery, the remarkably efficient subway, the MTR line, carrying 4 million passengers a day with an on-time record better than 99%, according to the MTR. It's the on-time record that sets this system apart. And these days, this key piece of infrastructure is expanding in all directions. This is the crowded Western District, a stone's throw from the heart of the city. And it's here where workers are extending the main line on Hong Kong Island. Look around, it's not the easiest place to move massive machinery or set off underground explosions. Tunnelling is always a difficult and expensive business. Even more so here in Hong Kong with all these tower blocks and buildings around you. They have to blast their way through the bedrock down here. And you're about to get a rare look beneath these city streets. Suited and ready? How far down are we going?
40 metres to the bottom.
40 metres?
Yep.
Every aspect of this construction has to go underground. So you can't really put the station above the platform?
No, we don't have space within Western District. There are too many buildings, too many structures, roads to be able to put the entrances directly above the station. So we have long passenger adits to get from the station to the entrances. That's the feature of West Island Line.
Fascinating! And to create this cavern and this tunnel, did you blast this?
This was all done by drill and blast, yes.
Okay, so how, for each blast, how much progress do you make?
Between 2 and 4 metres at each blast. Yeah, and we will generally do 2 blasts a day.
It's a bit unnerving, the idea of setting off explosions beneath towering apartment blocks. It's all happening at least 40 metres below ground, and the residents are given notice of each day's events. One blast in the morning, one in the evening. Underground sprinklers help to minimise the dust, and the vehicles, they're hosed down before returning to Hong Kong's city streets. So, where are we? Tell us where we are now.
We're currently standing on what will be the future concourse level of Hong Kong University Station. As you can see, we've currently excavated the full width of the station, 22 metres, and we've excavated the full length of the station, 220 metres.
The bedrock here is hard, very hard, and that makes blasting easier. The harder the rock, the less support and bracework needs to be done. Still, it's a slow grind and a dirty business. After each blast, remnants are pounded to bits in giant crushing machines and then transported out to sea. You've got the entrance, the tunnel, the station, and then you've still got to do the tunnel where the train will be.
That's correct, yeah.
It's a long business.
It's a very long business, yes, and that's why it's taking us 5 years to build it.
And this is just one of 5 expansion projects underway. Various lines across Hong Kong itself, as well as an express link to mainland China, tacking on an added 56 kilometres. That's nearly 35 miles of rail. How important is it to you that Hong Kong does stay ahead of the game in terms of increasing the MTR, keeping the infrastructure up?
It is important. If a major city stops in infrastructure improvement, it's dead. It won't be competitive over time. You need to make sure that the cars moves, the communications work, the trains are on time, and the electricity is always on supply, and everything is strong and steady.
With all these projects, it does beg the question, is the MTR overextending itself?
No, I think on the contrary, I think that we are approaching the construction program based on what we believe we need to serve our customer. And the volume of project might seem significant, but it's manageable.
A city economy cannot stop in any particular position. You have to move on. You have to invest. Infrastructure is fundamental.
At a time when so many other projects are being cancelled or cut back, and cities are feeling the lash of austerity, here in Hong Kong, they continue to blast ahead, spending $2 billion on this project. It's a sign and a testament that they still regard Hong Kong as a future city. Richard Quest, CNN, deep underground, Hong Kong Island.